just the technical ideas that can be patented. And you see the problem is every time to check the validity of patent, that the patent is new, something really innovative, is a very technical question. Therefore, the patent lawyers are specialists. Most of them are engineers as well. First of all, engineers, and they are lawyers. And so it's a legal matter of its own. The day before yesterday, we discussed it over in Kiev, because you see the legal system over in Ukraine is sometimes they change things, they want to mend things, etc. And their idea is not bad. They say, come on, for each intellectual property right, that means patent, design, trademark, we will have specialists that are in an institute or listed and acknowledged as specialists like that. And in fact, I think it's not a necessity to have an additional list for the specialist patent law, because that is very, very old law, old practice of registering, comparing, and having advice. So I think you should go to a patent lawyer for these questions. And, of course, if you have, for example, sometimes the essential of your company might be that somebody has a very good technical idea how to produce something, or he has something hidden in the software of to manage your machinery. Best is to have this secret only in 2 or 3 heads in the company. Never write it down properly. Never document it that can be copied. And I give an example. You know what is galvanic? Galvanic, if you are treating metal, and for example, if you put chrome, chrome on metal things, you need a galvanic. It's just a fluid, and you put it in there, etc., etc. So the main ideas of galvanic are well known. Okay. Then I met a chap, a German manager coming from China, and he told me, oh, we have 3 galvanic producing companies or factories in China. And I said, come on, galvanic, that's, everybody knows how to do that. No, I said, come on, we have some specialties. We are capable to have the skin very, 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 very thin, etc., etc. And I said, come on, and you are not afraid that the Chinese people will copy that? No, he told me. It's in my brain, and we protect our software. Huh? So that would be, for example, it's possible to protect that as a patent. All these special software things can be, and they are protected, by the way. It's the world on its own. It's interesting. I think most of the patents nowadays, they are filed and registered for software solutions. We always think a patent is something, oh, it's a machine like that. Yes. And no, it's software. It's software. And insofar, you should always be open-minded and to see what is the need in the company I work for. And then you always should try to think where are the weak points in our knowledge. Because you see, nowadays you have so many things documented. You have so many things available in your computers, etc. You see, Russia. Russia, I went there with my laptop and so on and so on. Then I learned, be careful. The KGB is everywhere. The night I'm late home in my hotel, no problem for someone to come in to copy what you have on your laptop. And you see, if you are on about technical things, just establishing industrial processes in China or in Russia, okay, you have all your knowledge in your laptop and your smartphone even, like that. And so everybody who's interested could try to crack that. And you see, by the way, it's one of the most important things today. We all have now an eye on our computer, Microsoft and Outlook and whatsoever. The weak point is the systems that are established on our smartphone. Our smartphone is highly intelligent. We have a lot of apps on there. And if you ask for protection of this software, it's not that good. We have a software specialist working for the German government. And you see Germany has a reputation that we slept a long time about these new technologies, and we didn't care for that properly. We just use that and that's it. And so it's open. Nobody protects it properly. So we blamed our government and said, come on, it's not okay what we did, so you have to be active. So they founded an institute that is responsible now for internet security, things like that. The boss of that institute went to US. You know, our American friends, the poor German, no experience, okay. Then I said, okay, boys, 20 people, high-level people, one smartphone on the table, business, one the private smartphone. We said, what about the security system on your smartphones? Yes, of course, we have it. Tell me. Business? Yes, of course. What about your private smartphone? Nothing. You see, we do not see the risks there. It's so easy to use a smartphone, and your smartphone is very smart, sometimes too smart. And that are all the things you should have in the background as well. You can be copied out of the smartphone in the future, I think, very easily, and you can be copied out of the other things as well, quite easily as well. Long before Mr. Snowden just talked, I was working together with different people on the level of Interpol even, and then, yes, so no problem. We have all the database there. And you see, you might know that Germany is a federal republic.
Yes.
So we have always the police units, we have 18 different police units, like that. Okay, and we have 18 different sub-governments. Okay, and our government that is responsible for that Cologne area, they even 10 years ago, they engaged a former Secret Service officer, and his task was to counsel the smaller enterprises in our country. And so far, be aware, his message was like that, be aware that the biggest spies today are not the Russians, not the Chinese people, but US. And 97% of their spying systems is not used for military things. 97% is used for economic things. They have, by the way, from a national point of view, I can admire it, because you see, the government does a lot for their own companies. They got a lot of assistance in very many aspects. And so American companies have the reputation. They see something, technology, patents, that might be interesting for them. So they just stroll around and see whether they can copy it. And you see, it's not an American fault. One of the first lessons of professors of our universities, technical universities in Germany, is every time, boys and girls, have a look. Perhaps there's a circumvention system possible against a patent. You always have to think whether you could avoid to touch that patent. And that is true for mechanical things, that's true for chemical things as well. And so we learn it at university as well, just be aware and try to avoid to touch any patent, but on the other hand, you can copy it, and if you are cunning enough to hide it, do that. And so it's not typical American, but the Americans do that as well. And then Americans are very good dealers and gamblers. If they are not successful in getting the idea or the patent that way, they will buy your company. Now have a close look to Chinese companies. They learn very well. The same is done now. Chinese companies are buying German companies, and they buy the know-how, like that. And so you always have to have a very bright mind to say, oh, that might be a threat for us. And so far, our government is not very happy when too many companies get into Chinese hands. We lose control. That's it. Next question?
That's it, I think.
Perfect.
Thank
so,
you very much.
Thanks a lot for the preparation, and thanks a lot for having the talk, and for you personally, good luck.
Thank you.
Do you have a special idea what you will do in the future?
I'm thinking about starting my own business in building.
building,
Yeah,
construction.
I want to build energy sufficient or energy efficient houses.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And do you know where you have to start in the
Where-
house?
What do you mean?
From my professional point of view, I was in touch. First of all, I'm a kind of mechanic, you know,
Yeah.
born in a garage and brought up with cars. When I was young, I was not allowed to do anything there because my skin was bad and I had asthma. Okay, so don't touch any dirt. Okay, but I was always very near to all these things. Then my first job was just to be not on the legal council, but I was responsible for educational things as well, for craftsmanship. That means we have a special branch in Germany that is responsible or that specializes in all the sunshades and the roller shutters industry and things like that, including windows. And you see in the window discussion, it's always a link of energy saving on one hand, and on the other hand, the government tries to improve these things and to motivate people to do so and to use a new or to build in new windows, whatsoever, to save energy, etc. Then we had long discussions with professors of the efficiency and okay. On the long run, I'm still around with energy saving specialists in Berlin, and then a practitioner told me, Wolfgang, you see, you cannot make out of an old wall, you cannot make a new wall with new windows. It should be a concept covering all. And you see, the biggest losses you have are still in the roof. First of all, the insulation of the roof should be perfect, and then you go down step by step by step. And at the moment we had, in Germany, we had a lot of subventions for the insulation of the walls. So we put just what we call it in English, I don't know, styropor. It's just these things. We put on there. The problem is that is a problem after that in waste management. If you just after say 60 years, 70 years, the houses might be broke down. Okay, what happens with that? And it's black